There is no sense in dreams. These are the words of Thorsteinn Egilsson, a major character in Gunnlaugs saga. He is wrong, of course. In the sagas, dreams make all the sense in the world. Thorsteinn only says this because he is reluctant to accept a prophecy that appears to him in a dream. He is struggling against fate, and the rest of the saga is fundamentally an extended realization of Thorsteinn's dream. Most sagas agree that dreams should be taken seriously. Gunnar in Njáls saga has better judgment. In chapter 62, when he is traveling with his two brothers, Kolskeggur and Hjörtur, they stop for a rest. Hjörtur falls asleep and looks agitated in his sleep, so Kolskeggur wants to wake him up. But Gunnar stops Kolskeggur and says, "Don't do that, let him finish his dream." When Hjörtur wakes up, he tells them his dream, and it turns out that it predicts a battle that awaits them around the corner. In chapter 133 of Njáls saga, we find that episode which is arguably the most famous dream scene in all of the sagas. It's the dream of Flosi, the leader of the burners. In his dream, a strange figure wearing skins and carrying an iron staff named Járngrímur has appeared out of a mountain called Lómagnúpur. This mountain is close to Flosi's home in Svínafell. It's one of the most memorable landmarks by the ring road in southeast Iceland. In Njáls saga, Járngrímur is simply called a man, but there is great tendency to see him not as human, but rather as a giant or a mountain king of some sort. He walks out of the rocks, naming some 25 men. His roll call anticipates the killings in the Sagas denúmál. These are the men who will be killed on account of their involvement in the burning. Flosi asks him where he's going, and he answers that he is on his way to the Althing. "What are you going to do there?" Flosi asks. Járngrímur answers, "First I shall clear the panel of neighbors, and then the court, and then the battlefield for the battlers." This dream helps to establish the pattern which will drive the plot for the rest of the narrative. One by one, the men named in the dream succumb to their deaths. This idea of the inevitability of fate is demonstrated often in the sagas through dream visions, which typically require a sage within the community to interpret. Dreams as plot device are not the only use of dreams in the sagas, and they often served multiple purposes. For example, beyond pushing the narrative closer to its inescapably bloody end, the dream also reveals that Flosi, instead of being a two-dimensional villain, is a man consumed by guilt, at least in his subconscious mind, for what he has done. He is also beset by fear of future consequences. The situation comes to a head when several of the burners and members of Njál's extended family meet at the Althing to attempt a settlement. Unable to agree, fighting breaks out, a shocking development as weapons were banned at the Althing, and several of the burners are killed, in the order they were named by the mysterious Járngrímur in Flosi's dream. It was all as he had said. Not only is this dream scene an efficient literary device to foreshadow future events, it also demonstrates a potential influence from one of the chief religious works of the day, the Dialogues of Gregory the Great. Many scholars have commented on the similarity between Flosi's dream and a certain passage in Pope Gregory's Dialogues, a collection of 4 books of miracles, signs, wonders, and healings done by holy men in 6th century Italy. The Dialogues of St. Gregory the Great were popular throughout medieval Europe, including Iceland, based on copies known to exist, and were of great importance to the development of the genre of literary exemplum. This text includes many dreams and waking visions, and even a discussion of the causes of dreaming. The first section tells the story of the monk Anastasius, who hears a voice speaking the names of monks from a mountain. In the monk's nocturnal auditory experience, it's not specifically said to be a dream, a total of 9 names are called. And as in Flosi's dream, The order in which they are named reveals the order of their deaths.